Hi, and welcome to One Thing for July. I'm Matthew Hintermeister, your 2022 CAR chair, and I'm joined by Tyrone Adams, the CAR CEO. Welcome, Ty.
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm great. As we all know, summer is a busy time for most Colorado realtors, and Ty and I felt this was a good opportunity to post a friendly reminder about realtor safety.
Matt, that's really true. And I think that this is one of the most overlooked topics when we talk about all the different things that associations do and how we can help our members. One of the stats I looked at before this call was that since 2017, 48 real estate professionals have been either killed or assaulted. Most recently in 2019, if you remember, there was a young lady who was assaulted here in Commerce City. And she fought back and got away from her attacker. And then just this year alone, there's already been a few assaults that one just happened in Canada where a realtor was sexually assaulted. So this is a very, very big piece or component, in my opinion, very important component for our members to make sure that they are putting safety first.
Yes, it is so important to make this part of your business plan. Some basic things to think about is making sure your cell phone's charged. Now, I know that sounds kind of simple, but again, if it's not charged, you have no way to try to call out or send a text message, et cetera, that something is wrong. Know who you're meeting with. Perhaps, I'm out in a rural area, and if someone I didn't know said, hey, let's meet at the property 45 minutes in the middle of nowhere, I don't know if that's a great idea. Maybe meet these folks first at your office, get to know who they are, perhaps get photo IDs from them. Now, I don't think a lot of people a lot of us do that, but maybe we should. Also, I spoke to our sheriff here in San Miguel County, Bill Masters, and Bill is a huge advocate of personal safety and specifically realtor safety, as his wife, Jill, is a realtor. And he told me that we really need to pay attention to what he called the gift of fear. The inner voice in yourself telling you that maybe something isn't quite right, making you uncomfortable in a situation. That's probably a reason that you should reevaluate what's going on around you. And that unfortunately, he finds out that even when folks do survive an attack, they do end up reporting that they knew something was wrong, but they didn't do anything about it at the time. And that's that gift of fear. We need to start listening to it.
Man, I totally agree with you. And, there's a lot of great places to get some tips and information from. I know NAR has a plethora of information on their website. We have information on our website, and it just keeps people safe. Whether they're at an open house, they're doing a showing, they're in their office. I know that we've also, from 2020, put in COVID restrictions or COVID best practices and things like that. Because at the end of the day, it's about keeping everybody safe. In addition to some of those tips that you just mentioned, there's some other things that I got from NAR's website that they talked about was like self-defense. Do you carry mace with you or pepper spray, or do you have a gun? I think the attacker in Commerce City, she had a gun, I believe. And that's how she ended up getting away from her attacker, using a smartphone app. I know there's a lot of different safety apps out there that some local associations are using and some members are using. Be proactive when you are talking about just your safety measures. And the number one thing is just do it. You wouldn't believe how many times when I talk to a member about safety tips, I say, what do you do? And they always tell me, oh, you know what? I really don't practice. Well, that's not good because there are people preying on people all the time. And I think our members are so vulnerable when it comes to these situations.
Another thing to point out is just the point of data security for our clients and making sure that we are protecting their data as well as our own. because digital attackers are out there preying on us for that data, and it's one of the biggest crimes as far as growth in the United States today.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that. And if I have one last tip for everybody, is just to make it a priority, right? And that means men and women. Many times, men feel like they're immune to these attacks, and they're not immune to them. I mean, when people are preying on or stalking their prey, guess what? They want to rob them or do anything they can to get what they want from them. And it doesn't matter if it's a female or a male.
That's a great point, Ty. Thanks for bringing it up. We have a link below in the notes to NAR's safety page at www.nar.realtor/safety. I encourage everyone to take a moment to think about how safe you really are conducting your business. We would love to hear any comments below on tips that work for you. For now, this is it for this month. Thanks for being here, Ty, and see you all next month.
My pleasure. Thank you.